I like to hug his arm here, pin my elbow to his hip, put the shoulder on his face and make his head turn that way. Now this leg is going to scoop up and be tight to his ear. This is good side control. I got the knee on his hip over here, so he tries to hip out, he's not going nowhere. I got him flat on the mat. A lot of times when you're in side control position, you want to keep it flat on the mat. So you want this knee on his hip, this knee close to his ear, his arm pinned in between your arm and your leg, the elbow controlling this hip, and shoulder pressure on his face. Now, from here, a lot of times what he'll do is he'll work his arm in here like that. Okay, what I want to do from here, what I like to do from here is I'll scoot down a little bit more towards his hip, and I'll weave his legs, and I'll turn his legs like this and make him turn away from me, okay? So, watch this guys, let me go on this side. If he gets his arm inside here, and I got the shoulder pressure, I got the arm in here, I like to come in here, weave the legs, and turn. Okay, I turn his legs away from me. A lot of times he'll start like trying to turn that way a little bit. I'll keep the pressure. When he does, what I like to do is I'm going to reach around, and I'm going to put my arm behind his head like this. Now I'm going to scoop my armpit right down onto his chin from this position. Okay, from here, I'm going to push his arm down. Notice that I got my thumb facing up at the ceiling. I'm going to lock my hands. I'm going to scoop back, walk towards his head, and squeeze.
Are you gripping the top of the back of your hand?
Just like this. My thumb is pointed up, and I'm grabbing just like this.
Like a hammer.
So if I'm here, it's going to be harder to get that choke. But a lot of times what he'll do is he'll fish his arm in between me and him just like that. He gets there, I'm going to weave his legs. Then from here, I'll come up, I'll start walking up towards his head. I'll switch. My arm's gonna go right behind his neck. And as it does, I'm just gonna fan back. And then you squeeze, or his arm's in this position. I'm gonna if his arm's hugging my body right here, I'm gonna force his arm to the ground, move it out of the way, grab my hands, and then walk back. Okay guys, time. So I'm in side control position, he gets his arm in between me and him. I'm gonna weave the legs, just like this. From here, I'm gonna switch, come over the top of his head, and I'm just gonna bring my body back. Now notice that what I don't wanna do is I don't wanna put my head in his armpit. I don't wanna be there. I'm gonna be more here up on his chest. Now if he's hugging here, I'll come up, push his arm down, get it out of the way, grab my hands, then squeeze, then kind of clockwise walk into his head.